I'm Chris Dyer. I like to travel the world doing art, having fun, and meeting interesting people. I hope you enjoyed these adventures. To the Artventures. In this special episode, we're in the beautiful, wonderful, so amazing, culturally magical country of India. So there's so much to see. Riani is joining me on this journey, so it's extra blessed. When I was in Miami last month, I got to see Riani again, and we hadn't seen each other for the whole year pretty much, and we had to reacquaint ourselves again, become friends, but I could see there was still a lot of love there, and I decided to invite her to come with me on this trip. And I wasn't certain, how the vibes would be, but I felt like it was worth a shot to see, how would we get along. And yeah, it hasn't even been a week, and I can already see that, I love her so much. I probably love her even more than I loved her back when we were together a year ago, and so happy to have her back in my life, to have her there, shine her light and beauty on me every day, and just have fun. That's my best friend and lover, and so grateful for her. Thank you, Ariani. Chai is very mellow. Badass. Ariani is being followed by a pack of children.
Right now I'm in Delhi with Chris. Our first stop here on our art venture. It's very beautiful, very chaotic, but in a dreamy way, and very beautiful people, colors, interesting things happening left and right, animals left and right, fires, patterns, colors. Always something new to see and appreciate. If you look closely, you can find love and appreciation in everything. So here we are in Pushkar. It's a beautiful town. There's some super peaceful spots here, which is really nice, especially after the wild Delhi. It's good to be able to breathe and feel the sun and relax a bit.
So stoked already, just looking at the views and the sun and the colors and the cows eating garbage and the babas walking around and the lake. Everything's so beautiful and so grateful. So I love traveling like this. It's my favorite. What's that guy doing? He's just smoking up the streets right, right? What a weirdo. What a pimp!
They all want to get drawn.
You're gonna be filming your next one? Yeah, Pushkar is a beautiful little city. It's very cultural, you know. There's like babas walking around and priests. You never know if it's a real priest or a fake priest. But lots of nice people, lots of colors, crazy things happening. There was a big wedding last night with fireworks and a guy on a horse throwing money at people and crazy instruments and just dancing. So everything's very alive and just, I don't know, rich culturally speaking.
Yeah, excited to see some temples today and explore. Yesterday we got to paint this little lady's house, which was really fun. Get to see camels walk by and kids laugh and get really inspired, which is always a blessing.
Alright, we're gonna climb up to the top of the mountain to see this temple. And we seem to have some company. All these girls in these pretty dresses will climb up with us. Maybe I'll do a gondola. We're just gonna walk. Almost there. What's these hikes up many stairs? It seems to be a pattern. Always a good reward. Nice view. So I'm always trying to buy records wherever I go, and I seem to have found one here in Pushkar. So I'm really stoked to get a good vinyl record for my collection. Kollam, our driver.
Yeah.
He's taking us around from place to place these days.
And now drive to Jaipur.
And now we're going to Jaipur, a city of many palaces and beauty. Very grateful for him. This is my beautiful queen in a royal carriage to palaces. Had fun taking some nice pictures with this awesome building in the back. Now we're actually gonna enter it. So we finally got in the gates.
Yes, sir.
We couldn't bring in our sketchbooks or our pens, not even my little toy David I like to bring to all my adventures. I don't know, and I keep on asking him why can't I draw in there, and they tell me like it's not allowed, but no one can tell me like the actual reason why you can't draw in there. I love to draw these monuments in person, but it's against their rules. But it's against my rules to draw in the Sunlight Chronicles from a photograph. Oh well, they own this place, so what can I do? But it'll be fun either way. This is beautiful already. That's crazy. Let me draw it! Let me draw it! We're at the Taj Mahal, obviously, and this was built by Shah Jahan as a memorial to his third wife, who died giving birth to their 14th kid. What's a little bit trippy about the story is that, you know, it took 8 years to build this. It got started in 1631. Got all my cheat sheets here. And what's trippy about the story is that his kid, later on, the son of the guy who built this thing, imprisoned him for the rest of his life and put him in the Agra fort, where he could only see it through the window. It's a very sad story. But anyways, it's a beautiful building, one of the most beautiful buildings in the world, and we're blessed to enjoy it today. Don't worry.
तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्
So now we've arrived to Rishikesh, to Asan Rishikesh, to do this art residency for a week in beautiful Rishikesh. This is the view from my balcony. Totally different flavor of India by the foot of the river Ganges. So blessed, so beautiful. I'm so happy and grateful to be here. And we even got some geese down there chilling, giving us some beautiful morning sounds.
So Rishikesh is the whole thing that has drawn people here forever has been the Ganga, and the thing that keeps me here more than anything is the river. I mean, it's just a very special river. Even it's unique in its color and its power, not just the religious significance, but just the actual nature of the river. And so it's a lifeline. It's a flow directly from the Himalaya, completely pure water. You can swim in it here. You can actually even drink the water here. And this is a river which is famous for being one of the most polluted in the world as it reaches the ocean. But here it's quite clean, and it's actually has some antibacterial properties because of the actual mineral makeup of the sediment coming from the glaciers in the high Himalaya. So Rishikesh is only really been on an international map since the Beatles came in the 60s, and they hung out here at the Maharishi Mahesh Ashram, which is in the jungle a bit that way, and which recently actually has become like a hot spot for this kind of ongoing, evolving wall art and street art exhibition where people come and contribute, and some of us are going to be going there soon. You know, things are different here, like alcohol and meat are actually illegal. You know, there's a lot of kind of open seating cafes and stuff, and people kind of just sit and connect with people very quickly. So the social dynamics that have been created out of this convergence of traditional culture, you know, Western hippie pop culture, and now the explosion of yoga around the world and world travel, and India becoming a much easier place to travel, has turned Rishikesh into this kind of international crossroads destination.
Stages go so fast, I turn around, it's past. You don't get time to hang your sign on me. Love me while you can, for I'm a little man. A lifetime is so short, a new one can't be born.
Crossing the jungle, we get to the abandoned Beatles ashram, more like the Maharishi ashram, but the one the Beatles visited in the late 60s.
Make love singing songs.
So there's all these ruined, abandoned buildings that the jungle has taken over the decades since the Maharishi abandoned his ashram. And yeah, now people are coming back to check out this little bit of Beatle history, and the street artists are doing pieces on here. That's why we're looking for a good wall. And tourists come and take pictures of it.
fill you in with all the sins you'll see. I'll make love to you.
Well, so Rishikesh was kind of an experimental project. We created it a year and a half ago. I had been wanting to do the artist in residence thing for a while. I kind of was doing it myself, just hanging out here and painting and bringing my friends. And the idea was a contemporary ashram experience. So it's really a place to disconnect from the unnecessary aspects of the world that we connect ourselves to as lay people, as participants in an economy or a society. And it's a place to retreat from that, reconnect with nature, reconnect with yourself, and connect with a community of people who are doing the same thing. And so a contemporary ashram experience is connecting with that vital essence of what an ashram is and keeping the yoga component, and also acknowledging that we're now in 2019, and that there's certain aspects of moving forward in the world that we also want to embrace. And so we're including the art and the yoga. We have a lot of musicians here. We have people coming from all over the world. We've hosted people from more than 60 countries in this space in just a year's time. And yeah, that's what it is.
Beautiful. Awesome. And we've arrived to the paint store to get some paints for our painting mission. Not much spray paint out here, so we're gonna have to use some bucket paint. So in this case, we're buying all these tints that then we're gonna pour onto white paint to make each one of our buckets of different colors. So I've never done that before, but should be good.
Beatles आश्रम आने वाले हैं, हम अपनी रंगोली में हैं। तो हम क्या? Thanks man. हाँ, आप Beatles आश्रम में हैं अभी?
Oh, beautiful. Ariane mixing some paint while we wait for the storm to end. Ooh, there's a little bit of sunlight there. Who knows? Maybe we'll still be able to paint more today. I am the Eggman. Cuckoo-cuckoo-cuckoo-cuckoo-choo.
Well, now that I've finished doing my painting, I'm inside the dome, which you can only access through getting through the top. And I'm gonna do a little meditation to activate this portal properly.
So this piece I just threw together with the leftover bucket paint I had. It's a little experiment. It's definitely pretty weird. But you know, sometimes you just gotta do things to explore and see what happens. I think it's got personality. Definitely better than an empty wall.
Drop the bass.
दो तोले की मुंदरी ला दे, तीन तोले का कंगना, मुंह दिखाई दे दे फिर तू ले जा अपने अंगना। हाय दो तोले की मुंदरी ला दे, तीन तोले का कंगना, मुंह दिखाई दे दे फिर तू ले जा अपने अंगना। ना समझ तू चीज पुरानी, चेहरा मेरा पीस नूरानी, देखेगा तो खा जाएगा सौ झटके। पल्लो लटके रे मारो पल्लो लटके, पल्लो लटके रे मारो पल्लो लटके। जरा सा टेढ़ो हो जा बालमा।
Alright, it's new morning here in Varanasi and we're going out to explore. We're excited, we don't know what's out there, we hear it's crazy here. Let's check out what we can find. Let's start with some breakfast. I'm hungry. Shiva everywhere in this town. So yeah, really enjoying all the beautiful views, sounds, sights, smells out here. It's like a lot to enjoy and just experience from being such a magical old school place. It's like you're in an alien planet from a different time. Loving it. Just sat by this area where they're just burning all these bodies in funerary manner. Can't really film down there, it's kind of disrespectful to shove a camera right in front of the remains of their deceased family, but really interesting to see how they honor them and burn them to then put their ashes in the Ganges so they don't have to be reborn the next lifetime. There's 3,500-year-old fire.
Yes,
महादेव बाबा भोले जय हो भोले शंकर जी जय हो शिव भोलेनाथ जय माता भोले बाबा
It's 5:30 in the morning and we're really tired, but we want to check out all the different rituals that happen at sunrise. So this should be interesting.
चतुर चक्रवर्ती चतुर चक्र भुगते स्वयंभाव स्वभं सर्वदा सर्व जुगते तु कालं प्रणासि ते आलं स्वरूपे सदांग संगे अभंगं विभूते चतुर चक्रवर्ती चतुर चक्र भुगते स्वयंभाव स्वभं सर्वदा सर्व कालं प्रणासि ते आलं स्वरूपे सदांग संगे अभंगं विभूते चतुर चक्रवर्ती चतुर चक्र भुगते स्वयंभाव स्वभं सर्वदा सर्व
So we've been super creative here in Varanasi. Yesterday we just spent the whole afternoon drawing in the rooftop of our hotel, just enjoying the sun and the vibes and our company. But today I wanna use the leftover of my spray paint and do a little fish bomb out here. There's like tons of spots everywhere. So yeah, and people don't seem to mind foreigners dropping some art and adding to the beauty of the place. So yeah, gonna have some fun making some art here. In Goa, about to explore and find the beach. Yeah. Nice heat. Beautiful Goa beach. to have a little beer by the beach after a whole month of no beer, no meat, no nothing. So, you know, good to have a little bit, just for the fun of it. So we're staying at this beautiful guest house from a nice local couple, Mario and Josephine, who are really so nice and are treating us like family. It's so nice to have people just treat you so familiarly for no reason other than kindness. Today, Ariana and me are taking a day trip to Hampi, 8 hours away from Goa, to check out these old ruins of Hampi. So yeah, should be fun. Ancient carvings. Loving Ganesha these days. He's been removing a lot of our struggles out of the way. Not that the struggles don't come, but he makes it all good and bearable, and we enjoy no matter what.
फोटो जदों वेखी सी वे तेरी जिंदगी सी तैनू तां सहेली राणो मेरी विआह तो पहला फोटो जदों वेखी सी वे तेरी जिंदगी सी तैनू तां सहेली राणो मेरी जित लिया सानू तेरे आ प्यारां ने मैं गलाम तेरी पक्की होईयां सोना ते पतंदरा तू
Guys, damn, with this motorized sugarcane situation.
रखा मैं ख्याल लाडले दे और दा गल वड्डी भाभी दी कोई नहीं मोड़दा रखा मैं ख्याल लाडले दे और दा गल वड्डी भाभी दी कोई नहीं मोड़दा हुंदा वे प्यार बड़ा बेबे दी दा मैनू दी दे साहां विच वसी होईयां सोना ते पतंदरा तू खास कोई ना वे गल्लां मिठियां दी वट्टी होईयां सोना ते पतंदरा तू खास कोई ना वे गल्लां मिठियां दी वट्टी होईयां
So yeah, it's been a really nice, beautiful day here in Hampi ruins. It's awesome just walking through all these old temples that we meditated on for 500 years and are still standing. And then you yourself can meditate in and just enjoy its beauty.
ਕਦੇ ਬਿੱਟੂ ਚੀਮਿਆ ਹੋਵੀ ਨਾ ਦੂਰ ਵੇ ਤੇਰੀਆਂ ਮੁਹੱਬਤਾਂ ਤੇ ਮਾਣ ਜੱਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੇ ਹੰਝੂ ਖੁਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਨਿੱਤ ਰੋਈਆਂ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਤੇ ਪਤੰਦਰਾ ਤੂੰ ਖਾਸ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਵੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਮਿੱਠੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਵੱਟੀ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਤੇ ਪਤੰਦਰਾ ਤੂੰ ਖਾਸ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਵੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਮਿੱਠੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਵੱਟੀ ਹੋਈਆਂ
Having some coffee here at the beach right before going to class. We gotta take my scooter motorcycle through crazy traffic to get there, but we managed to do it. And yeah, we got a really nice group of kids who joined us from different parts of India, Australia,
United States, even Mexico. And I'm really stoked to be making art with them, to teach them, to learn from them, to just jam and be together in beautiful Goa nature.
That would be harder.
Yeah,
You need like a sign.
Yeah. I just had like 2 signs which I needed the most, like shy. But that's kind of like my style. I draw what I want to paint first. You know, first I get my drawing really tight. If the drawing's super tight, then painting it will just follow. You know, like even if you paint it wrong, if the drawing's tight, it will still be a cool painting. You know, like if you get the colors wrong or if you don't do it so well, if the drawing's beautiful, you still win to some degree. So let's get those drawings super tight is always my plan.
से पर्दा कीजिए, हाँ चांद से पर्दा कीजिए, कहीं चुरा न ले चेहरे का नूर। ऐ मेरे हमनवा, ऐ मेरे हुजूर, ऐ मेरे हमनवा, ऐ मेरे
एक पार्टी सामने दिखा
चांद से पर्दा कीजिए। जुल्फों से उड़ी खुशबू प्यार की, होठों पे खिल गई कलियां बहार की, होठों पे खिल गई कलियां बहार की। फूल से पर्दा कीजिए, फूल से पर्दा कीजिए, कहीं चुरा न ले चेहरे का नूर। ऐ मेरे हमनवा, ऐ मेरे हुजूर, ऐ मेरे हमनवा, ऐ मेरे हुजूर।
The workshop was really fun. Yeah, I love the group of people that showed up. We all learned a lot from each other. Everyone's a teacher, everyone's a student. No matter what age you are, no matter where you're coming from, it's always something to teach and something to learn. So it's great to have these reflections, especially for days straight.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode out here in India. We had a great time, saw a lot of beautiful things, met a lot of cool people, ate a lot of good food, and I hope you join us in the next episode. See you then. Enjoyed this episode, please click like and also subscribe so you can catch my future episodes. Have a good one. Peace.